What do you do if you're a jewelry brand that has a few distinct product tiers and pricing tiers for your jewelry, but customers are only sticking around at the lower priced items, say $300 to $500 items here, and they never make their way to $1,000 items, $5,000 items, $10,000 and up? How do you get these customers in the $100 range to ascend up to these higher level items? It's $1 million question if you can answer it correctly. And the answer is, it's a value ladder. You can think of the value ladder as a journey that your customer is going to go on over time with you, in which they enter at a low risk position on that ladder, the $300 to $500 item, and over time, as trust is built, they'll feel more comfortable buying something over $1,000 from you because they have a relationship with you and they know what to expect. So the key to get here is going to come down to two things. Number one is obvious, that's relationships. Relationships are what get people to that higher tier. And number two is going to be impulse buys. There's so much competition in the jewelry business that if a customer is ready to do business that day, you need to be able to collect those funds and do the transaction and make them happy with the piece in a short amount of time because they have so many other options. So that's why the beginning tier, even though it's not a ton of money, you need to start thinking of your first time buyers as your future $5,000 order. And it might happen a year from now, it might happen 18 months or 2 years from now, but that $300 to $500 purchase can't be something that you're looking at as, oh, this is just a small order. Because those customers, once they've talked to your salespeople, if they have a good experience, they're going to come back. So this is why it's so important to have a really good sales process, really fast delivery, really good service on your jewelry if you're doing e-com or even a physical store, because there's going to be some people coming from a distance. It's because that first time experience is going to matter. First impressions count for everything. So you need to make sure that you have sound operations, that you have well-trained salespeople that understand it's not just about an order that day, that they need to play the long game, and then have other mechanisms in your system like a mailing list or some type of clienteling list that you can use to follow up with people over time and make those bigger sales with people that bought from you already. So your first time buyer is super important, and you need to be mindful of the system that is going to ascend them up this value ladder and have those clear tiers of pricing in place to be able to capitalize. So relationships, impulse buys, and play the long game in order to capitalize on your value ladder.